city.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Ronaldo Automall's coverage of high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM. As this is the third time this year that we've had a high school basketball game here on WLON, but the first time that you're hearing Ken Link's voice and my voice, Evan Ludwig, here for tonight's action between the East Lincoln Mustangs and the Lincolnton Wolves for the second conference game of the year. And how you doing tonight, Ken?
Doing fine. Looking forward to this action between these two teams. Both were picked to be right at the top of the South Fork 2A basketball conference this season. So early conference game, we'll see what they've got.
Well, yeah, got here during the JV boys game. If the varsity boys game is going to be anything like that, hold on to your seats, folks. That one went to sudden death overtime, ended in a tie at 31 apiece. So hopefully we won't get a tie in this varsity game, but you know, the way this rivalry's gone in the past, who knows what can happen since these two teams are very well familiar with themselves. As in the background right now, we have the girls game going on with East Lincoln having a 42-30 lead over Lincolnton. East Lincoln, of course, has Destiny Johnson, one of the top players in the area in girls basketball, and it's showing tonight. I was telling you, Ken, she's one of the best I've ever seen in girls basketball at driving to the lane and getting the basket.
She's really good. She's strong, but yes, she can really handle it and drive hard to the basket. Really hard to stop.
Yes, and you're currently listening to, folks, the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium Arena pregame show. As we got about 7:34 remaining in the ball game, and then we'll have about a 10-minute intermission in between that before the boys game. But you know, we were mentioning this, Ken. This rivalry has been, you know, it's been big in football over the past 5 or 6 years, but it's really taken a life of its own in basketball because these two teams have faced each other so much, at least 3 times, even 4 times a year the past 2, 3 years. That, you know, it's at the point where these two teams probably hate each other so much that they want to beat them so bad.
And all those games have been very competitive and very close. So we expect that again today. There will be some familiar names on both teams, but there'll be some new players out there as well. Both these teams are athletic, but I think East Lincoln got a little more size than Lincoln.
Yeah, you know, this is the first time in, you know, the last 5 years that we won't be mentioning a Surratt tonight. So
yes,
it's going to be different, you know, because both sides of the spectrum have felt the damage that the Surratts have done. You know, last year East Lincoln had the lead, had a 12-point lead in the final minute of the game in the conference championship, and they lost it. And Sage Surratt hit a tying 3-point shot as the buzzer went, and that forced it into overtime to where Chris Robinson got the game-winning free throws, and Cameron Dollar barely missed it. So, and then they met again in the playoffs. Colson Leach, unfortunately, out with a concussion got hurt with a concussion during that game. So, I mean, these games are something of classic and a folktale. I mean, the way that these two teams have played over the past 5 years.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing both teams play. As I said, the coaches in the preseason predictions had Lincoln 1 and East Lincoln 2, and I really expect those two teams to be fighting it out the whole year.
Yeah, and basketball conference is definitely a really good basketball conference. So we should be seeing a lot of great games as we go on throughout the year. Already gotten a good bit of games. Both teams have played 5 games. But we'll take a quick timeout here, folks. When we come back, we're going to go run through the roster and see some of the changes since this is the first broadcast we've done for both teams. And you are currently listening to the Carolina Trust Bank pregame show presented by Ronaldo Automall on WLON 1050 AM. We'll be back right after these messages.
Celebrating 50 years. It's the Glen Oaks Golf Club. Hard to think how many birdies have been made over those years, and oh yeah, how many double bogeys too. Whether it's a birdie, par, or bogey, you'll love the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's open to everyone. Visit the beautiful pro shop with driving range, snack bar, banquet facility, bar, picnic, shelter, and swimming pool. Great for group outings. Reserve your tee time by calling 828-428-2451 or visit the website at glenoaksgolf.com.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. and how it will be for generations to come.
Your local auto owners insurance agency is East Lincoln Insurance Agency on Highway 16 in Denver. Call 704-483-3243.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
When you need a ride, Specialized Transport has exactly what you're looking for, serving Gaston, Lincoln, Catawba, Burt, Caldwell, and Cleveland counties. Specialized Transport has your area covered. Ambulatory, wheelchair, and geriatric chair transport. Handicap transportation services and non-medical transport services are available as well. When you need a ride, call Dean Hastings at 704-735-5676. Specialized Transport will get you where you need to be. 704-735-5676.
Shuttle service to the Charlotte Airport is now available from Specialized Transport.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride it.
It's time to get ready for Christmas at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincolnton. Come in now and see the new Can-Am DS70, the Can-Am DS90, and the new Can-Am DSX90, all ready to ride. Also check out the new Kimco 270. And Al Lane Motorsports is golf carts. Totally street legal and ready to roll with a 2-year warranty starting at $56.99. Fun for the entire family starts at Al Lane Motorsports, Highway 27 east of Lincolnton.
We're community-minded. We believe in what we do. We love this town. We live in just like you.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank with 3 offices in Lincoln, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
'Cause I saddle up my horse.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, you're listening to an Automall's broadcast of high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM. You're also listening to the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. I'm Evan Ludwig, joined alongside Ken Link as it's still in the girls' game here. As Lincolnton almost got it within 10, but then they fouled the shooter behind the arc and now the shooter for East Lincoln is up for 3 free throws, and that can put it up to at least 14. She's already made the first one, so currently the score 46 to 34, 5:42 remaining in the ball game. East Lincoln on top. Of course, East Lincoln, not only are they vying for the guys championship and not the SD7, the South Fork 2A conference, but they're also vying for the girls conference championship.
Yeah, and this East Lincoln team looks very strong, what I've seen here tonight, and I can see why they're one of the favorites.
And as honestly as good as they've looked on offense, they have looked terrific on the defensive side. As you said, that man-to-man, it's just hard for Lincolnton to get anything going. So, of course, going back to the guys tonight, looking at this roster here for East Lincoln, Ken, the most interesting thing from last year, you lose Cameron Dollar to graduation, and of course you can't replace a guy like Cameron Dollar. A can-do, will-do attitude, can do everything on the court. If you ask him to do it, he'll do it, and unfortunately he had to graduate. That's how those things work. He's now at UNC Charlotte playing football, but you get a guy like Kavian McClendon to move over from West Lincoln to East Lincoln, and he basically carried that West Lincoln team into the playoffs last year. Is this the guy you're looking forward to seeing the most, to see how he looks?
He's one of the guys, and looking at some of the scoring totals for the first 5 games that East Lincoln's played, it's been pretty balanced. At West Lincoln, he had to carry the load, but here he's got some better talent around him, and it's more balanced, and I think you'll see him play really well this year with other guys around him, even better.
Yeah, looking at his stats last year were about 19 and 10, or 20 and 22 and 10, I think it was, and it's gone down a little bit. Still very early in the season, average of 12 points, 5.8 rebounds, and an assist, 2 steals. That's impressive. Nearly a block per game. He does have a lot of range, 6'5". So that is going to be interesting to see what he does tonight. But, looking at the whole score lineup of East Lincoln, Colson Leach has seemed to take that next step as well. He's averaging 15.5 points per game. He looks like the main scorer for this East Lincoln offense.
Yes, he does. And I noticed the last game, one of the last games they played, John Bean had 6 3-pointers. He's a junior this year, and so that's a player that's come on and played well this year, along with Dollar, who was here last year, and Colson Leach.
Yeah, you mentioned John Bean, and he came over, and he started playing a little bit last year, and you could see a little bit of promise in him, and he's starting to really show it. As you said, 10.5 points. He had 6 3-pointers against Statesville Wednesday night. And looking at some other guys on the team, Ben Zirkle's taking a little bit more of a role, getting 7 points. And I think the one we haven't mentioned so far, we mentioned Cameron Dollar, but Sidney Dollar, he is doing a lot what his brother used to do everything to fill up the stat sheet as much as you can. Here's the stats after 4 games, 11.3 points per game. He's gotten 10 rebounds per game, so he's averaging a double-double, 3.8 assists, 1.5 steals, nearly a block per game. So, he's doing a lot what Cameron used to do, and, I think him missing all that time during football has gotten him so rejuvenated and more focused on basketball this year, and it's paying off early.
Yeah, I noticed in the conference game they won against Lincoln Charter.
Lake Norman
Charter, I'm sorry. Lincoln Charter, that's a different story there. Those guys have a team down there. But Lake Norman Charter, he had 15 rebounds and 15 points. So a strong double-double in that game.
And against a team that's made the 3rd round of the playoffs the last 2 years in a row, that's saying something. Lake Norman Charter also going to be something a team we're going to have to be looking out for in this conference. As a fast break bucket will connect for the Mustangs. They're now up 53 to 36, barring a major comeback. Looks like the Lady Mustangs are going to win this one pretty handedly.
One of the names on this East Lincoln roster I don't think is going to be able to play, and that's Christian Parks. He suffered that leg injury in football, and I haven't heard, but I doubt he'll be able to contribute much this year.
Well, and that's very unfortunate, too, because you remember last year he missed out the whole basketball season with a leg injury in the Lincolnton football game. So, very unfortunate for Christian Parks. You hate to see that happen to a kid like that. So, unfortunately, he missed sounds like he might miss the whole last 2 years of basketball due to injury. So, hopefully he will be able to play, but of course, sometimes unfortunate stuff happens. But, changing to the other side of the court, Ken, the Lincolntons had some very interesting developments as well. After this game was played last year at the same time, it was the last time we saw Cordell Littlejohn in a Lincolnton uniform, and he moved off to Georgia. Now, right before the football season ended, he moved back here to Lincolnton, and he's playing with the basketball team yet again. So, it feels awfully weird that you get a guy, both Jamal and Cordell, back here.
Yes, and that was unexpected when they actually announced they were leaving to go to Georgia, and it was really unexpected when we found out they were coming back to Lincolnton right at the end of the football season, and we'll be playing basketball. But I think bringing those two back, both of those are very good basketball players, and that's going to help this Lincoln team.
Hang on. We're getting no audio.
Oh, okay.
No. What the heck? Test. Well, it's hitting. That is.
Test 1, 2.
Well, it's going on there. I think it's something in the computer. Test. Test. Test, test. Test, test, test. Oh, God. Not this again. Test, 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 1, 2, test, 1, 2. Yep. We're not working now. We're working now. Good. Here at Lincolnton High School, as we are in the final minutes or the final seconds of this game between Lincolnton and East Lincoln. And Ken, East Lincoln looks like they're going to be winning here.
Yes, they got a commanding lead here, a 17-point lead with less than a minute left in the game.
As foul shots being taken right now. But as we were saying, Lincolnton, Cordell Littlejohn is now back in the Lincolnton uniform. How big is this for the Lincolnton Wolves now that they got Cordell and Jamal Littlejohn back?
Yeah, and they still got Chris Robinson and Robbie Cowie, both all-conference players back from last year. And so they got a good quartet of folks back. They may not have a lot of size but we'll see how they do as far as their athletic ability out there.
All right, folks, you're currently listening to the Carolina Trust Bank pregame show and also a Ronaldo Automall broadcast. The final free throws are being made right now. 49.3 seconds remaining on the clock with East Lincoln looking like they're going to win this one pretty handedly. As the crowd is real ruckus, a standing room only crowd. So if you're trying to make it up to Lincolnton High School right now, I advise you it's not going to work unless you want to stand for a whole hour. So maybe just try and listen to Kenan and I, and we'll try to break it down for you. Lincolnton just made a three-pointer. They're still down 13. They're trying to play the foul game, Kim, but I don't think it's going to work out this late.
No, still a 13-point lead, so East Lincoln still commanding league with 38 seconds left in the ball game. Can't hear you. Yeah.
Again, that the East Lincoln has had a lot of change, a lot of change of Pavia and McClendon coming over, but it seems to be business as usual for East Lincoln as they've started off 4-1.
Yeah, both these teams come in with one victory. They played one victory in the conference. They played one game each. Lincoln beat Newton Conover. As we said earlier, the Mustangs beat Lake Norman Charter.
Yeah, they got a big win over Lake Norman Charter to start out the conference play. Both teams are 1-0 in conference play. Another three-pointer hit by Lincolnton. They're now only down 11 as they're going to still play the foul game down 60-49. But, the crazy thing in all of this, Ken, that we haven't mentioned yet is that East Lincoln has a new men's basketball coach, and John Hancock came over from Mallard Creek. Coach Neil Hodges is right beside us watching the game. He retired before last year. Coach Ashley stepped in, did a fine job, and now you get Coach Hancock. So, you've had a lot of change, but you've still been able to be extremely successful with all these coaching changes.
Yes, and John Hancock, very established coach, been coaching for 21 years. He came from Mallard Creek, but he's coached in Lincoln, Forest View, East Burke, and as we said, Mallard Creek.
So now East Lincoln taking some more free throw shots here, trying to ice the game. As the first shot's good, it's now a 12-point lead for the Mustangs.
And the Lincoln Woods coach, of course, Bob Cowley, who was coach of the year last year in men's basketball in the Southern District 7.
Yeah, so we're going to have a very good game going on here as Lincolnton's still trying to shoot threes. They missed this one, and East Lincoln rebounds it. Traveling call, but, 8.5 seconds. It's going to be pretty much impossible to make up the deficit.
Yes, and East Lincoln, they substituted freely the last 3 or 4 minutes, giving other players a chance to play, and that's where Lincoln's cut into the lead a little bit.
Of course, during this time here on the Carolina Trust Bank pregame show, I want to go over some of the conference games that started out the year. So let me get the paper, and now I got the paper. Coming into tonight's game, here are the finals from earlier in the week. Maiden beat Bandy 61-35. North Lincoln beat West Lincoln 72-47. East Lincoln, we mentioned earlier, beat Lake Norman Charter 85-67. And Lincolnton took care of business against Newton Conover as they continue to struggle. Lincolnton beat Newton Conover 78-51. But we got to mention that Lincolnton came back from 18 behind to beat Shelby just a couple days ago.
Yeah, they've beaten Shelby twice. They played them early in the year. I'm not sure Shelby had all their players. They're still playing football. But that was a low-scoring affair, 40-39. As you said, Lincoln came back and beat them again.
And now the final seconds of this game rolling down. 3 seconds. East Lincoln looks to win this one, 61-49 in girls basketball. As we said, a jam-packed crowd, standing room only, literally, as they inbounds the pass. Shot is no good, and that'll do all game. East Lincoln takes this one, 61-49 in girls basketball. We'll take a timeout and come right back for more pregame show coverage. This is Ronaldo Automall's coverage of WLON High School basketball on WLON 1050 AM. We'll be back right after these messages.
It's time to get ready for Christmas at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincolnton. Come in now and see the new Can-Am DS70, the Can-Am DS90, and the new Can-Am DSX90, all ready to ride. Also check out the new Kimco 270. At Al Lane Motorsports is golf carts, totally street legal and ready to roll with a 2-year warranty, starting at $56.99. Fun for the entire family starts at Al Lane Motorsports, Highway 27, east of Lincolnton.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank. Member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
Community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, with 3 offices in Lincoln, also in Gastonia, Denver, Forest City, Hickory, Lake Lure, and Vail. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
'Cause I saddle up my horse.
Think your dream home is out of reach? Think again. At Silver Point Homes in Lincoln, they provide quality custom construction and the luxury amenities you want at an exceptional value. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize, we have the perfect home for you. Visit silverpointhomes.com to learn more or stop by our Lincoln Sales Center to tour our model homes. Let our friendly staff help you visualize your dream. Silver Point Homes, making your dream home a reality. New models now on display. Silver Point Homes, East Main Street, Lincoln. Thinking about a new Cadillac? The time has never been better than now at Renato Cadillac Buick GMC in Shelby. How about 0% financing for 72 months on the all-new 2017 Cadillac sedans and the new 2017 Cadillac Escalades, and get 0% financing for 60 months on the new 2017 Cadillac XT5. Come in for all the details at Renato Cadillac Buick GMC at Auto Automall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at RenatoCadillac.com.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
It's the Yamaha Revving the Holiday Sales Event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia. Get low financing for a limited time, like 1.99% APR financing and 2.99% APR financing. Coming in for all the details. For a full lineup, visit the website at ncfullthrottle.com. But better yet, come on by and save big during the Revving the Holiday Sales Event going on right now at Full Throttle Power Sports, exit 22 off I-85 in Gastonia.
Most of us understand that without daily attention to our teeth and regular visits to the dentist, painful dental conditions and tooth loss would result. Your dog and cat need dental care too. Most dogs and cats need a dental cleaning at least once, if not twice yearly. And know that November is dental month at Lincolnton Animal Hospital. Now, if you had your teeth cleaned at the dentist and then didn't brush your teeth at home, what kind of shape do you think your teeth and breath would be in? Yuck. See Lincolnton Animal Hospital today or call 704-732-0728.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, as both the boys for East Lincoln and Lincolnton have come out onto the court, and East Lincoln got an early taste of that they're in enemy territory here tonight.
Yes, they did, and a loud crowd here tonight. Sometimes you can only hear yourself think a little bit.
Yeah, one sign said KB and West is that way. The other said $1 won't get you that far. So student sections, both sides are out in full force tonight, as so are the fans for both teams, the alumni, everyone out here tonight, former coaches, former players, a lot of people out here tonight for this big ball game here.
Yeah, we see both Surratts over here to my right in to see this game. And like you said, a lot of previous Lincolnton and East Lincoln alumni.
Yeah, and of course, Saw Cameron Dolly here earlier, so a lot of people are out here for tonight's game. It's going to be a jam-packed, I mean, you can barely breathe the way that there's so many people in here. So both teams getting warmed up right now. And I want to go over the conference games tonight. Newton Conover will be taking on Bandy's as Bandy's looks to get back on track. They've off to a 4-2 start. North Lincoln, the Knights versus the Knights tonight. Lake Norman Charter hosting North Lincoln. Of course, North Lincoln gotten off to their best start in the last 5 years. They're 4-2.
Yeah, that's good for North Lincoln, and they had them picked about middle of the pack, I think the coaches did, so we'll see how they do this year.
Well, this is their first year back in 2A. Of course, new competition. They got a very veteran-laden team, and I know one of the coaches very well, Coach Paul Regan, former North Lincoln standout in football that went to Lenore Rhine. He said, this, as good as this varsity team has gotten better this year, the JV team is on another level, and they have started out the year 7-1, so. And they've been blown out in opponents too. So I mean, this JV, once they lose all 7 of those seniors, they're going to revamp is what to reload is what I hear. So look out for North Lincoln too. They're not going to be, pushover in this conference as well, from what I've heard. And these two teams, of course, are going to probably compete for the conference championship. And Ken, as much as we said these series have been very competitive, the win total is either weighed one way or the whole other way, with the teams sweeping each other. Because last year, Lincolnton swept East Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
And the years prior, East Lincoln swept Lincolnton.
Yes. So you never know what's going to happen, whether one of them starts a new streak or Lincoln continues.
Yeah, and honestly, Ken, as good as this series has been, I think this is the most even it's been in the last 5 or 6 years. So we've got a little less than 5 minutes left until tip-off here at Lincolnton High School. As Lincolnton and East Lincoln still get warmed up. This concludes our coverage of the Carolina Trust Bank Stadium pregame show. I want to thank them for sponsoring our pregame show. And of course, you are listening to Ronaldo Automall's broadcast of high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM. We'll be right back right after these messages.
The Dodge Big Finish 2017 is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lincolnton. Get up to $4,000 total cash allowance on the new 2017 Dodge Journey and get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on the new 2017 Dodge Charger and no monthly payments for 90 days. See Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge for all the details during the Dodge Big Finish 2017 at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street, Lincolnton. Your CarQuest dealer is Eddie's Auto Parts. And now Eddie's Auto Parts is your authorized dealer for Summit Racing Equipment, plus rough country lift kits. Get your lawnmower batteries and automotive detailing and cleaning supplies too. So race on in to Eddie's Auto Parts, 2514 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
When you want some help from a fellow car lover, it's all in one place, as you'll discover. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby announces their year-end sales event. Get holiday savings across Ford's entire line of 2017 models. Get 0% APR Ford credit financing for 72 months plus $1,000 Ford credit cash. That's right, 0% financing plus $1,000 cash. Offer good on the Focus, C-Max, Fusion, Mustang, Taurus, Edge, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, F-150 trucks, and even the Transit and Transit Connect vans. See dealer for details. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look. CKDKDS Macron. Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is it serious?
Very serious. Now is the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
So that, and back here at Lincolnton High School, right before we get to tip off, Ken Link's going to tell us tonight's starters for both sides.
For Lincoln Woods tonight, Chris Robinson will be on the court starting along with Cordell Littlejohn, Robbie Cowie, Jamar Littlejohn, and I'm not sure. I think the fifth starter is Tyshawn Harris.
Yes, Tyshawn Harris is the fifth starter. Just fresh off his 2,000 yards rushing in football.
Yeah, we know he has a lot of quickness. Not a lot of size, but he's got a lot of quickness.
And he's got a lot of hops, too, for a guy that his size. So that's something to look out for tonight's game. Now, who are the starters for East Lincoln, Ken?
For East Lincoln, we've got Kavian McClendon, Sidney Dollar, John Bean, Colson Leach, and I think the last starter is number 23, Ben Zirkle.
Yeah, Zirkle has been starting, so he should be the starter for tonight. East Lincoln, with their new green Nike jerseys, they signed a deal with Nike. We've seen some high schools now signing deals. We saw North Lincoln sign a deal with Adidas, and East Lincoln repping some very nice
all green and a little bit of white. No orange on those jerseys.
Which is weird because we've been so used to seeing the orange. You know, as Lincolnton haven't unveiled their tops yet. They still got their warm-up jackets on. But, you know, we mentioned Coach Hancock, this is his first year. He brought along some of his own coaches, but he's also kept guys like Billy Howe and Chip Ashley. That brings a lot of continuity to the teams for East Lincoln. As the starting lineup's being introduced, Kavian McClendon, the first one to be introduced for the Mustangs. Also, of course, both John and Paul Groninger of the dentistry are assistant coaches for Lincolnton, been along with Cowie for a long time. So a lot of continuity on that side as well. As if you're wondering what's on WOHS here tonight, we have Crest hosting Stuart Kramer. That's currently on WOHS, and you can watch that game on YouTube. Just type in WOHS and you should be able to find it. And on WCSL right now, Cherville's taking on Thomas Jefferson. As Ben Zirkle, the last starter announced for the Mustangs. And now we await the starting five for Lincolnton to be introduced, and we'll be right here for tip-off. Ken, any last thoughts, any keys to the game before we get started?
Well, I think it'll be an up-and-down game, there's no doubt about that. I think rebounding will be a key. Neither team has any real great big guys, but they got several 6'4", 6'5" guys.
But I tell you what, Lincolnton's not as good as shooting as East Lincoln. If John Bean can have the night he had Wednesday night against Statesville, that could be the X factor for East Lincoln winning the game.
Yeah, if he can hit those threes.
As Lincolnton in the new Nike uniforms as well, all white versus all green here tonight at Lincolnton High School. We got ourselves a dandy here. It's only standing room only. I think the limit on the gym is right at the max here tonight. As got to say, both jerseys for both teams look very slick and nice here tonight. Nike did a real good job for both of these schools.
Yeah, they're about ready for tip-off here.
And it looks like tallest guys for tip-off. Cordell Littlejohn at 6'5", and he got Kavian McClendon at 6'5". Kavian with about a hair's difference. He's a hair taller.
Yeah, he looks
standing up just a little bit more. Now here we go. The referee trying to get everyone set, make sure all their jerseys are tucked in. Actually, that is Jamal Littlejohn. Cordell Littlejohn is not tipping off, and East Lincoln wants to tip off. Colson Leach gives it to Ben Zirkle, and we are underway here at Lincolnton High School. Zirkle gets across half court, stolen by Tyshawn Harris, but he traveled. I thought he stepped out of bounds there, Kim, but they're calling a travel.
Yeah, he may have stepped out of bounds too, but that quickness we saw right away.
So close call there for the Mustangs. That could have been an easy 2 points on a fast break for Lincolnton, but Tyshawn Harris steps out. The inbounds pass goes to Ben Zirkle. He goes to the other side of the court. East Lincoln going from right to left on your radio dial. Zirkle getting a pick from Sidney Dollar. Gives it to Colson Leach. He gets a pick from McClendon. Colson Leach almost gets it stolen. Passes it, and it's now to Sidney Dollar. Sidney Dollar passes it to the right side of the wing and gets the ball back. Now passes it to Kavian McClendon inside, who passes it back to Zirkle. Zirkle gives it to Dollar, passes it inside to Colson Leach, who makes the layup. And East Lincoln's on the board first. Chris Robinson, the sophomore, gives it to Cordell Littlejohn. He's being guarded by Zirkle. Littlejohn trying to find it inside, gives it to his brother Jamal. Back to Cordell. Cordell gets a screen from Jamal, who gets a spin, moves in the paint, gets a layup, foul. Basket no good, but he'll get 2 shots at points. The foul is on Sidney Dollar. That's his team's first. Of course, we saw in the JV game for East Lincoln that free throws were a problem, and that's what caused the tie as Cordell hits the back iron on his first shot. Cordell taking his time. Second shot up, no good. Rebounded by Sidney Dollar after being deflected by Jamal. Now Ben Zirkle running the point here for East Lincoln, going across half court. He's going to pass it to Colson, to John Bean, who passes it to Dollar. Back to Zirkle on the left side of the wing, and the ball goes underneath Kavian McClendon, but it was last touched by Jamal Littlejohn. Still East Lincoln ball.
Quick pace here right out of the gate.
Inbounds pass to Sidney Dollar. Corner 3 up. No good. Rebounded by Cordell Littlejohn. He's going to try to run the fast break. Gets through one defender. Now going to the lane. Trying to get through there. And he will. Lincolnton gets on the board. And Cordell needed that after only scoring 7 a couple nights ago against Shelby. Colson Leach now running the point. Passes it to Zirkle, who passes it to Dollar at the top of the key. Dollar going to his left. Finds cutting John Bean. And John Bean scores 2 points off the cut. Chris Robinson now taking it quickly down to the other side of the court. He's kind of stuck in the corner. Will pass it to Cowie. Will pass it to Cordell. Cordell will pass it back to Chris Robinson on the left side. He now drives it into the lane. Goes through McClendon, and he gets a 2-point basket. We're tied up at 4. Colson Leach taking it up the court for the Mustangs. Slowly. He's waiting on John Bean. He'll pass it to Bean, who passed it to Dollar. And now looking for the cut. Dollar decides to wait. They'll set a screen for Colson Leach, who takes a jumper. Elbow jumper is good for Colson Leach. Already 2 assists for Sidney Dollar. Chris Robinson passes it to Cowie, and now it's over to Cordell on the right side of the wing. And now Cordell's trying to look to go in, but he'll kick it out to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson passes it to his brother on the left side. And now a jumper by Tyshawn Harris. Banks it in, no good. And now it's tipped all over the place. Sidney Dollar recovers it as he gets instructions from Coach Hancock. Sidney Dollar now driving to the lane. Euro step, passes to McClendon. Layup in and good. What a move by Sidney Dollar. Nice assist. Chris Robinson now telling Cordell to come over. Gives it to Cordell on the right side of the wing. Cordell passes to Cowie, who's been quiet so far. Cowie trying to get some separation for John Bean. He'll pass it to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson slowly trying to set up the offense. Cordell now has it on the left wing. And now pass it to Cowie on the corner. Gets a corner 3 up. No good. A little too much. Rebound Sidney Dollar. He'll pass it to Colson Leach. And he's going to drive it to the lane. But a foul is called. Had an open 3 opportunity for Ben Zirkle, but decided to attack the lane. So far, both teams being pretty aggressive and pretty fast so far. An inbounds pass to
that's too easy.
Look, too easy for McClendon there. He'll get a 2-point basket. It's now 10-4 East Lincoln with 4:49 remaining in the first quarter. Chris Robinson has it on the right wing. He'll pass it to Cordell Littlejohn. Doesn't have that much spacing. Trying to get it inside to his brother Jamal. Pass is deflected, but caught back by Jamal at the top of the key. He drives it in and he's fouled. Basket will not count, but a foul on Kavian McClendon. As both teams trying to look to get it inside the paint so far. Robbie Cowie in the inbound pass. Close call there. Chris Robinson gets it. He decides to shoot the 3 off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Colson Leach. And now Colson Leach is going up the court. Tyshawn Harris guarding him. Colson Leach behind the back dribble. And Sidney Dollar almost lost control of that one. And now he'll attack the lane. And the shot is blocked. And now Cordell Littlejohn has it. Blocked by Jamal. Cordell picks it up. Cordell gives it to Robbie Cowie. Bounces in and out. No good. Rebound deflected to Ben Zirkle, who kicks it all the way out to John Bean. John Bean shoots a 3. Too much. Rebounded by Jamal Littlejohn. And now Fake slowing down a little bit now for Chris Robinson, who gets the ball back. Looks over to Cowie for the offensive play call. Now telling his offense what to do here. Pass it to Tyshawn Harris, almost stolen by Sidney Dollar. Harris drives it to the lane, gets it up in there for a layup. Showing his hop there is Tyshawn Harris. Ben Zirkle now slowing it down.
I tell you right now, a lot of quickness if they can get to the rim.
Yeah, and a lot of hops there for Tyshawn Harris. Sidney Dollar gives it to John Bean, who gives it to Circle goes over across the lane. Colson Leach makes a shot, but an offensive foul coming up on Colson Leach, or Zirkle, who was called for a charge as he was trying to pass it.
Was that on Leach or?
That was on Zirkle. Checking into the game, first substitutions for Lincolnton, it's Skylar Evans, the main man off the bench, coming in for Tyshawn Harris. And for East Lincoln is number 12, Alden Horn, and number 32, Justin Kufen. Kufen, the youngest player on the team, a sophomore. Chris Robinson takes it up court, passes it to Cordell Littlejohn, who gets a pick from Skylar Evans. Cordell trying to drive it past Cindy Dollar, but can't. Kicks it out to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson now at the top of the key, redirecting the offense here. He's going to get a pick from Cowie, and now he's going to kick it out to Cowie. Cowie with a deep three coming up off the rim, no good. And last touch by Lincolnton, as Skylar Evans looked like he was the last Wolf to touch it. Colson Leach gets the ball back, a little over 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 10-6 East Lincoln leads over the Wolves. Lincolnton playing a 2-3 zone as Colson Leach decides to take a spot up three, no good. Rebounded by Cordell Littlejohn. Littlejohn trying to dice his way through the defense, but a pass it to Chris Robinson, a back step, and Robinson sinks the three with Colson Leach all over him. That makes it a 1-point deficit now for the Wolves as Alden Horn is taking it up court, passes it to Sidney Dollar. Sidney Dollar trying to find someone in, and he'll pass it in to John Bean. The pass deflected, but rebound picked up by Colson Leach. KB McClendon about to check back in. John Bean takes a corner three. That one no good. Tipped rebound, still fighting for it. Cowie picks it up for the Wolves. And now Jamal Littlejohn driving it off the court. Looks like he's going to drive it in, but he's going to kick it out to Skylar Evans, who kicks it out to Cordell Littlejohn. Cordell Littlejohn trying to drive past Horn, but can't. He'll pass it to his brother, who passes it to Chris Robinson. Tough defense on Colson Leach, 22 on 22. Chris Robinson tries to get a cutting. Littlejohn, but pass is deflected. It'll still be Lincolnton ball as KB McClendon checks back in, and so will Ben Zirkle. And Ben Zirkle will check in for John Bean, give him a rest. Cordell Littlejohn. Inbounds pass goes to Robbie Cowie, who gets it back into the paint for Cordell. Cordell versus KB, and shot is no good. Rebounded by Skylar Evans, but a bad pass. But unfortunately for East Lincoln, Alden Horn could not take a hold of that one. And Lincolnton gets a break there as KB McClendon's a real tough cover on defense as Cordell could not do anything on him. Cowie just almost thought about taking a three. Pass it to Chris Robinson, who takes it but misses it. Rebound Sidney Dollar, but the pass is stolen by Skylar Evans. And Colson Leach rebounded behind the back pass. No good as Sidney Dollar tried to get a little too fancy there, and it did not work out. Lincolnton has the ball now, down only one with 1.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Pass to Jamal Littlejohn, bounces in and out of the rim, no good. Rebound Sidney Dollar as East Lincoln really slowing the pace now, Ken. Colson Leach trying to dice his way through his 2-3 zone. He'll pass it to Zirkle, and he'll get the ball back to the top of the key. Now he'll try to attack the lane. He'll kick it out to Alden Horn. Alden Horn trying to attack it, and now he'll get a bounce pass to Zirkle. Gives a bounce pass to McClendon, and now back out to Sidney Dollar. Sidney Dollar takes a deep three off the back iron, no good. Rebound Chris Robinson. As Chris Robinson gets across, gets past Sidney Dollar. But wait, Sidney Dollar called for a foul trying to reach in. And that's the second foul on Sidney Dollar. John Bean will check back in for him. Sidney Dollar already in foul trouble, Ken.
Yes. Got 2 fouls.
Yeah, so East Lincoln can't afford to have any more players get in foul trouble. You're already losing one of your best players to 2 fouls already, so you're going to have to give him a spell. As they're trying to tell Cowie to get back into the boxes. His son gets the inbound pass to Chris Robinson, and Cowie with the pick. And then Cowie gets the ball at the top of the key, passes it back to Chris Robinson. Robinson just tries to drive on the lane. He'll get a pass to Tyshawn Harris, who cuts in. And the shot is good. Lincolnton takes the lead with less than a minute left in the first quarter. Colson Leach now has the ball. 41 seconds and counting remaining in the first quarter. Passes to Alden Horn, who's being guarded tightly by Tyshawn Harris. Now pass to McClendon as they're zipping it across. Zirkle now has it with a little floater. Shot is short. Rebounded by Cowie. Cowie getting across half court and is going to try to slow it down and try to get the last shot. Callie now gives it up to Chris Robinson. Under 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lincolnton leads by 1. Now to Callie, now back to Robinson. 14 seconds left. Zirkle with some tough defense, and it looks like a double team possibility. Chris Robinson almost at half court with 7 seconds left. He's going to have to do something here. No pick is set up, and he's got 2 guys on him. He's having to try to find someone. Going to have to force up a shot. It's up, in and out, no good. Shot almost went in.
Oh my goodness.
But it's short. And as the end of the first quarter, Lincolnton leading 11-10 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. We'll be back right after this.
Having trouble finding a car or truck at a price you can afford? Your troubles are over when you stop in at Milholland Automotive. Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. They make buying a pre-owned vehicle easy. No credit, no money to put down. Milholland Automotive has the banks to get you approved. Come see the selection today at Milholland Automotive, 423 West Main Street in Lincolnton. Visit the website at milhollandautomotive.com for a complete list of inventory, or give them a call at 704-736-1000. That's Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in King Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details. Don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, the score after 1 is 11-10, and so far the 3 is not falling for East Lincoln, Ken.
No, neither team have hit a lot of threes. Lincoln's hit 2.
As Sidney Dollar in foul trouble, Cowie has the ball tipped, deflected, but gets to Robinson, and now back to Cordell on the right wing. Cordell trying to find someone inside, but can't. It looks like a 4 out, 1-in defense, offense for Lincolnton. The only guy inside is Tyshawn Harris. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball at the top of the key, and a kick ball called on Alden Horn as it got off of his foot.
The zone slowed Lincoln down a little bit. They're trying to search against this zone, find the opening.
Yeah, both teams were at full speed in that first quarter for the most part, at least. Robinson has the ball on the right side of the lane, kicks it inside to Cordell Littlejohn, shot no good. And now Kevin McClendon on the fast break, and he's going to get a layup in past Chris Robinson as the Mustang takes back the lead. And now full speed once again. Cordell has the ball. Chris Robinson has it at the top of the key. Now they slow it down a little bit. Cordell Littlejohn trying to get inside, gets it to his brother on the baseline, and yes, Jamal Littlejohn takes it in for a layup. It's good. Lincolnton takes back the lead off the pass from Cordell Littlejohn to his brother Jamal Littlejohn. Ben Zirkle takes the ball across half court. Alden Horn passes it in the corner. The ball is deflected. Gets back to Alden Horn. Horn driving in. Shot off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Jamal Littlejohn. Jamal Littlejohn taking that fast break. He's trying to find someone to pass it to. He gets it to his brother, who gives it to Cowie, who gives it to Robinson on the other side of the floor. Now back to Cowie. He'll give it up to Cordell. They'll slow things down. Cordell will pass it to Chris Robinson, who's being double teamed, and now back to Jamal Littlejohn with the baseline jumper. Shot is short, no good. Passes. Rebound is tipped. Last touch by Lincolnton. It'll be East Lincoln ball. Lincolnton leading 13-12 with 6:21 remaining in the first half. Ben Zirkle taking it across half court slowly. Fakes a pass and gives it to Alden Horn. He's being double teamed. Horn gives it to Zirkle, and now Zirkle's double teamed. A high pass to Horn. Horn trying to find someone to go. He gets a corner to Colson Leach, who shoots the corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Cordell Littlejohn. So his 3 still aren't working. Behind the pad, dribble for Cordell Littlejohn. Just showing some moves there, and now slows it down. And now finds open the baseline. It's Jamal Littlejohn. KB McClendon gets there, and now I think that affected the shot. It's no good, and he gets the rebound, gets it out to John Bean, who passes it to Horn. And now wild pass too high for Colson Leach. A big turnover there. Sidney Dollar checks back in. But Ken, Sidney's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls.
Yeah, he does. Key part in the game here. He's got to be very careful.
And you're not even halfway through the second quarter, too. Chris Robinson taking it half court, going left to right on the radio dial. Pass it to Cordell Littlejohn. Littlejohn trying to find someone as Cowie yells at his son to be active. And now pass it from Jamal Littlejohn to Cowie, and he shoots a 3. Lincolnton's made 2 threes so far. East Lincoln's made none. Well, Coach Cowie said for his son to be active, and he was active there, made that 3-point basket. As now KB McClendon passes out to Ben Zirkle, who drives it in the lane, and he'll get it in there for a layup to cut the deficit to 2. Cordell Littlejohn already across half court, trying to find a cut, but give to Tyshawn Harris, who gives it to Cowie at the top of the key. Shot is up, no good, too much on the straight. Cindy Dollar with the rebound as he takes it across half court. He'll give it to Colson Leach, who takes a 3, no good. Rebound by Jamal Littlejohn, who gives it to Cordell. And now Cordell driving it in the lane, kicks it out to Cowie. And now Cowie slow down the offense, give it to Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson trying to find a little hole in the defense here, trying to create some separation as he looks back to his coach to change the offensive play. 4:25 remaining in the first half. Lincolnton leads by 2. As this defense is tough to get past here for Lincolnton, as they'll get it inside to Robbie Cowie, kicks it back out to Cordell Littlejohn. He'll shoot a 3, no good. Rebound KB McClendon, and he's fouled. And the foul is going to be on number 44, Jamal Littlejohn. Only the second foul in the ball game so far for Lincolnton. For East Lincoln's 4 fouls. Ben Zirkle across half court here, trying to instruct the offense. So pass it to Cindy Dollar. Pass to Colson Leach, who fakes a 3. Now trying to get separation for Robbie Cowie, but he'll kick it back out to Cindy Dollar, who gives it to Ben Zirkle. Zirkle being guarded heavily by Tyshawn Harris, and he'll pass it back to Cindy Dollar. Cindy Dollar trying to get a crease in defense, but he'll kick it out to Zirkle, who passes it to Colson Leach. And Leach will pass it to Bean for a corner 3. This one's in it good. That's what East Lincoln needed, and they take back the lead. Chris Robinson now attacking on the baseline, gets past John Bean, shot no good. Rebound tipped over to McClendon. And now McClendon going for Colson Leach. He'll take a jumper inside the 3-point line. Shot no good. Rebound by Tyshawn Harris. For Littlejohn across half court, trying to find Jamal inside. He'll pass it back to Cordell. Cordell from behind the back layup, and it's good. Gives Lincolnton the lead once again. Back and forth we go here at Lincolnton. Ben Zirkle across half court now. He'll get a bounce pass over to Colson Leach, who has to almost go out of bounds. Pass to Sidney Dollar, who's being double teamed. Pass it back to Colson Leach, and Zirkle wide open for a 3. It's up, no good. Cordell gets to Littlejohn, and he's off on a fast break potentially. But he'll kick it out to Chris Robinson for a 3. No good, short. Rebound by Robbie Cowie. And now Littlejohn gets the ball back. Cowie open for a 3, fakes the 3, steps back for a 3. Shot is up, it's good! Cowie with the second 3 of the ball game as they take a 4-point lead with 2.5 minutes remaining. Cowie stepping up big, the 4-year starter. And now a timeout called by East Lincoln. We'll be back right after this.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, and we just heard the last 3-point basket made by Robbie Cowie put him over the 1,000-point mark in.
Yeah, they just took a photo of him at midcourt with his coach, his dad, Bob Cowie.
What a great moment for the Cowie family there, but you still got a ball game to play, only up by 4 against one of your toughest opponents. 2.5 minutes remaining, a little under 2.5 minutes remaining. East Lincoln down by 4. Alden Horn in the corner, passes tipped, covered by Skylar Evans, and it's tipped back to Cindy Dollar. A lot of touching, and now as Zirkle kicks it out to John Bean, who shoots a corner 3, too much on the hit. And it's rebounded by Jamal Littlejohn, almost went out of bounds. Skylar Evans gives it to Chris Robinson. And now Cowie going inside baseline, shot short, no good. And it was tipped out of bounds by Cordell. And it'll be East Lincoln ball with 2 minutes left in the first half. Now Lincolnton going for a full court press. Pass almost to half court by John Bean. Now back to Zirkle. Got to get across half court, and they do to Alden Horn. And now Horn trying to set up the offense. He'll give it to Cindy Dollar. Now back to Horn and to Zirkle. Got to remember, in the last 2 minutes, Sidney Dollar playing with 2 fouls. He's got to be careful. Zirkle trying to split the defense, but he'll kick it back out to Alden Horn, who gives it to Sidney Dollar in the corner. Now back to Horn and sips it past to Zirkle. And missed patient errors. McClendon thought he was not ready for the pass. Now Chris Robinson tries to get a quick pass in the paint, missed a shot, taking the rebound, and he causes a foul. Just a bad miscommunication there that could have been real bad for Lincoln. And now Zirkle getting the offense, so under a minute and a half remaining. East Lincoln down by 4, 21-17. Pass to Sidney Dollar, kicks it into McClendon. McClendon being double teamed, kicks it out to Sidney Dollar. Shot is up, off the back iron, no good. Tip, rebounded by McClendon. McClendon trying to get somewhere, double team, but he'll pass it to Alden Horn. Shot no good, rebounded by Skylar Evans, who gives it to Robbie Cowie. Cowie gives it up to Chris Robinson. Under a minute left. Cordell passes to Robbie Cowie for a 3. This one no good. Hit on the top of the basket there to where it's counted out of bounds. So Lincolnton devising a plan as Colson Leach tried to get back in, but a little too late. Lincolnton double teaming KB McClendon whenever he gets the ball, and it's causing trouble for him so far.
He hasn't had a lot of shots. He's hit what he's got, but he hasn't had many. There's one.
And there we see it. They zip it into KB McClendon, and he makes a shot, and it's now a 2-point lead for Lincolnton. Lincolnton probably trying to hold for the last shot here as we're under 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Lincolnton leads by 2. Colson Leach now coming up to Chris Robinson, so is Horn. Now passes it to Cordell Littlejohn, who passes it back to Robinson. Now pass it to Cowie with 13 seconds left. Pass it to Chris Robinson. He's at the top of the L here. Now bounce pass to Cordell, bounce pass back to Chris Robinson, who attacks the lane. The ball is picked up by Cordell, and it's in! In that, almost a buzzer. That'll do it for the first half of play, with Lincolnton leading 23-19 as Chris Robinson lost control of the ball. Somehow, some way, Cordell Littlejohn was able to pick it up and get a nice shot in for the basket. And that'll do it for the first half of play. On the score on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, Lincolnton leads 23-19. Listening to high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM.
Having trouble finding a car or truck at a price you can afford? Your troubles are over when you stop in at Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. At Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton, they make buying a pre-owned vehicle easy. No credit, no money to put down. Milholland Automotive has the banks to get you approved. Come see the selection today at Milholland Automotive, 423 West Main Street in Lincolnton. Visit the website at milhollandautomotive.com for a complete list of inventory, or give them a call at 704-736-1000. That's Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details, and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vale. Check out these breakfast specials. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sausage, steak, or liver mush biscuit for $1.39. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, get the big breakfast. 2 eggs, 1 meat, 1 side, biscuit or toast for $4.59. And drink is included. It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 274-27 West intersection in Vale. Call 704-276-1055.
For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincolnton. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com. The 2017 Chevy Closeout Sale is underway at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincolnton. Save over $7,100 below MSRP on the 2017 Chevy Tahoe. Save over $3,600 below MSRP on the 2017 Chevy Camaro. Take 17% off below MSRP on many Buicks in stock. Or how about a big GMC truck? Save a whopping $9,500 below MSRP on the new 2017 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab SLT truck. Come in for all the details at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, as you're now listening to the Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge halftime show, as Lincolnton leads on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard 23-19. And Ken, we talked about how East Lincoln was the better three-point shooting team, but then after watching this first half, Lincolnton's been able to make those three-point shots go in early on.
Yeah, they certainly hit more than East Lincoln. Both teams have forced it up quite a few three-pointers. Most of the Lincolntons have been from Chris Robinson and Robbie Cowie, and they've hit, by my calculation, 4 threes. I've only got East Lincoln hitting 1 3.
So yeah, the shots just aren't falling in. They're open looks. It's not like they're bad looks, but they just seem to be too much on the ball or too little. And also another thing for Lincolnton right now, whenever KB McClendon gets the ball inside the paint, they instantly put a double team on him, which worked pretty effectively.
I've got him as the leading scorer for East Lincoln with 8, but it's 4 out of 4 shooting. He's only got 4 shots because of that defense.
Yeah, so far, Lincolnton's been able to take advantage of the three-point woes of East Lincoln, and they've been able to find cuts inside for Cordell and Jamal. Cordell definitely playing well tonight, as it was at this time a year ago where he played his last game for Lincolnton before moving to Georgia. Seems extra motivated for this game so far.
Yeah, he's been all over the court and on the boards as well as bringing it up, driving, creating some shots. Jamar, Little John, his leading rebound at a half, he's got 6 rebounds. He's been all over the boards.
Yeah, and also want to go back to East Lincoln. You know, we mentioned it, and fortunately for East Lincoln, he didn't get another foul, but we got to pay close attention to see if Sidney Dollar gets an early third quarter foul, because that could be devastating for East Lincoln tonight.
Yeah, he got 2 quick ones, and he sat out for a while, and when he came back in the second quarter, he was careful. He didn't get another one, but he didn't seem to get in the flow as well as he was early in the game.
Well, and also, the way he passes the ball, you need a guy out there like that.
Yes.
The way that can find the holes in the defense and quickly zip it across to give it to a guy like KB McClendon. So Sidney Dollar's got to still be careful. If he can keep it at 2 fouls going into the fourth quarter, I think if you're Coach Hancock, you feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, now, as far as fouls, I've got Lincoln only committed a couple fouls the first half, so they don't have anybody in foul trouble. But as you said, Cameron Dollar has 2. I think he's the only one with 2 on the court.
All right, and last but not least, we got to mention Robbie Cowie with a step-back 3 late in the first half. Went over the 1,000-point mark. Got a nice standing ovation from the crowds here at Lincolnton High School. And what a moment for Robbie Cowie.
Yes, and his dad was yelling at him, be a little more aggressive out there, and he was, and got free for a couple of shots and hit several threes in that second quarter.
And honestly, last year, it seemed like he wasn't as aggressive, but tonight he's definitely taking aggression out onto the field as Coach Cowie welcoming out former East Lincoln coach, Coach Hodges, out here to tonight's game, as they had a lot of battles over the years, as Coach Hodges was coach at East Lincoln for nearly 15 years and had a lot of success and has really built this program to what it is today. So after one half of play is Lincolnton leading East Lincoln 23-19. We'll wrap up the halftime show when we come back and give some of the strategy that East Lincoln and Lincolnton need to do to win the game when we come back right after this message.
Sleep apnea is the interruption of sleep by blockage breathing. 8 million Americans go undiagnosed for sleep apnea. Dr. John L. Cloninger III of Lincolnton can help you with sleep apnea problems. John III is a member of the American Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine. He can help you now overcome the symptoms of obstructive sleep apnea, such as excessive daytime sleep, loud snoring, episodes of breathing cessation where you stop breathing, dry mouth and sore throat, morning headaches, insomnia, attention problems, and more. John III is concerned that patients don't know there are treatments for obstructive sleep apnea, from CPAP to dental appliances or even surgery. John III offers a free consultation for anyone with symptoms of sleep apnea. Just call 704-735-0765 or come by 904 Doncha Drive in Lincolnton to make an appointment. Sleep longer, smile brighter, live happier. Let Dr. John L. Cloninger III put his 21 years of dentistry experience to work for you.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, about ready to start the second half. But before we get to the second half, what are the keys for both teams, Ken, to win this game?
Well, so far it's been a lower scoring game than I expected. I think East Lincoln's got to hit some of the open shots they've had. They've had some open shots. And as far as Lincoln, Chris Robinson took quite a few threes, and he's been a little bit cold. I look for him to continue to heat up, but if East Lincoln doesn't bury some threes, I don't think he'll stay with Lincoln, but they've got to hit some outside threes.
All right, and that wraps up our Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge halftime show. Go over there to get yourself a new car. It's Christmas time. Give maybe your loved one a Christmas gift. And of course, this is Renato Automall's broadcast of high school basketball on WLON 1050 AM. About ready to start the second half with Lincolnton leading 23-19 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. As we said, standing room only, people still filing in after they went to the concession stands here at halftime. East Lincoln will get the ball to start the second half. And East Lincoln will be going left to right on your radio dial, folks. Ben Zirkle gets the inbounds pass and calls out the offensive play as everyone in the student section for Lincolnton stands back up. Zirkle gets a screen from McClendon, and now a screen from Cindy Dollar. Cindy Dollar gets the ball, being guarded by Cordell, tries to get past Cordell. He does, but he traveled to get past him, and that's called by the referees. So turnover to start the second half, not the way he wanted to get it started for East Lincoln. Now Chris Robinson, the sophomore, gets the inbounds pass. He gets across half court, right to left on the radio dial. Cordell John tries to get it in the paint to Robbie Cowie, but too far left for the pass. And a quick turnover by both teams to start things off in the second half, Ken.
Yeah, a little bit ragged right out of the gate.
Yeah, and a slower pace than what they started in that first half. Zirkle now passes to McClendon, who's outside for a three. And he'll pass it to John Bean, who passes to Sidney Dollar. And now they get it into McClendon, and now backdoor
another turnover
behind Sidney Dollar. And so yet another turnover to start things off.
Both teams trying to share the basketball, but have not made good passes.
Chris Robinson now gets it in, almost attacked the lane. He gets a crossover, but he got his own crossover. And now a quick timeout called by Lincolnton as East Lincoln wants to travel. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Thinking about a new Cadillac? The time has never been better than now at Renato Cadillac Buick GMC Shelby. How about 0% financing for 72 months on the all-new 2017 Cadillac sedans and the new 2017 Cadillac Escalades, and get 0% financing for 60 months on the new 2017 Cadillac XT5. Come in for all the details at Renato Cadillac Buick GMC at Renato Automall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at RenatoCadillac.com.
Back here after the 30-second ad, as close call there for Chris Robinson, who had a crossover, and Ben Zirkle tripped over himself and almost got called for travel as East Lincoln was wanting that call bad.
Yes.
Chris Robinson gets an opportunity to redeem himself as he passes to Robbie Cowie to get some separation from John Bean as he passes to Cordell Littlejohn on the right wing. He passes to Chris Robinson almost over half court. That's some tough defense by Colson Leach. They'll now kick it out to Cordell Littlejohn. Gets a pick from Tyshawn Harris, and still nothing inside as Lincolnton playing a 5-out off, 3-out, 2-in offense right now. Cordell gets a pick, or Chris Robinson gets a pick from Robbie Cowie, who's being guarded heavily by John Bean.
Good defense by East Lincoln.
This defense for East Lincoln proving how tough it is. Cowie has the ball now on the right wing. Gets a screen from Jamal Littlejohn. Nothing going. And now a defensive foul called. No, offensive foul called. Chris Robinson looked like he was trying to wrap around John Bean as the frustration of possession was getting too. Oh, actually, it was a double foul. They're calling a double foul. It's still going to be Lincolnton ball. They call a double foul? Yeah, double foul. They were both wrapped around each other.
22 and 10?
10, John Bean, and 22, okay. Chris Robinson. But Lincolnton still has the ball. They're up by 4. No scores so far. An inbound pass along to Tyshawn Harris, just short. And now Kevin McClendon gets the fast break, and a foul called by.
And it's fouled by Littlejohn.
As Kevin McClendon is trying to drive across half court, it's on Jamal Littlejohn. Man, that would have been such a highlight play if the ball was a little bit higher for Tyshawn Harris.
Yeah. He was up there, but timing was a little off.
Yeah, if he was a little taller as well, that could have helped too. In that scenario, it hurt him. He's got some hops, but just a little too short there. Couldn't get as much of a running start. Ben Zirkle has the ball as he's going across half court. Gives it to McClendon, who's outside the three-point line. He gives it to Zirkle on the left wing. Zirkle trying to find someone. He gives it to John Bean. Bean halts the ball, passes it back to Zirkle, who gives it over to Leach on the left side. He tries to attack the lane. He does. Shot no good, but a foul called on Tyshawn Harris. And with that, Colson Leach will be going to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. Brought to you by Eddie's Auto Parts, right beside the McDonald's in Boulder City. Got to make your free throw shots here. First one rattles in and out, no good. And if you remember, Ken, in the conference championship game last year, Colson Leach missed a handful of free throws that ultimately cost them the game. So here's the rebound here. He makes the second one to cut it into a one-possession game. Chris Robinson now has the ball, slowly getting across half court. And he does. Now let's see if someone can make a field goal. Cowie gonna shoot a 3 on the left wing. It's up. It's good. He got just enough separation on Kevin McClendon to pull up from behind the arc. And just like that, it's a two-possession game once again. Zirkle gives it to Sidney Dollar, gives it to McClendon, who gives it back to Zirkle on the right wing. Trying to get it inside to a cutting Dollar. Will not work. And now a elbow jumper by McClendon short. And then over the back call on Sidney Dollar. That's his first foul. And now we got to discuss the foul trouble game for Sidney Dollar. Do you pull him out or you do not? No sign right now from Coach Hancock. They're going to keep him in.
They'll leave him in. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, if he gets that 4th foul, it could be deadly for East Lincoln. Cordell taking it up court for the Wolves. Almost stolen, but gives it into Cowie, who's driving into the lane, and a foul call, and I think that's going to be Sidney Dollar's 4th.
And he comes right to the scorer's table.
What a smart play by Lincolnton to try to go after Sidney Dollar. And wow. That's his 4th foul, and they're going to have to get someone off the bench to replace him now. And now Robbie Cowie going to take a Eddie's Auto trip to the free throw line. First shot is up and good. This could be huge and could decide the game, depending on how long they sit Sidney Dollar here in this 3rd quarter.
Coach took a risk leaving him in, and it didn't take long for Lincoln to take advantage.
Cowie makes the second, he makes both. Lincolnton now leads by 8. Remember, East Lincoln lost all 4 matchups against Lincolnton last year. They're trying to get back on the winning track against the Wolves. Zirkle has the ball, gives it to Colson Leach. Leach trying to create some separation, and a jumper no good. Way off the right rim, into the rim. Cowie with the rebound. Cowie passes to Cordell Littlejohn. He's being double teamed. Pass inside to Tyshawn Harris, and he gets it in there for a layup. What a pass by Cordell Littlejohn. And just like that, East Lincoln leads is down by 10. Colson Leach trying to take a quick 3. It's up and it's good. That's only the second 3 to go down for East Lincoln. And the Mustangs call a timeout, and we'll be right back here on WLON 1050 AM.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for over 75 years. Customer service is a priority at First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincolnton, Bossier City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, Lincolnton leading 30-23 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Sidney Dollar now with 4 fouls, but Colson Leach was finally able to see a 3 go through.
Yeah, he needed that one badly.
And East Lincoln only has 2 3-pointers made in tonight's ball game. Cali has more than the whole East Lincoln team so far. Cordell Littlejohn has the ball on the right wing and trying to get some separation by McClendon, but can't. So they're going to reset the offense here. Pass to Chris Robinson on the right wing. Robinson trying to get past Colson Leach. He can. He's almost being double-teamed. Pass to Tyshawn Harrison. Back to Robinson. And now pass to Cordell Littlejohn, who's going to drive in the lane. And he's able to get it. And one basket for Cordell Littlejohn as he's flexing on his brother. As now Lincolnton might be able to get it up to a double-digit lead yet again.
Nice quick drive by Cordell Littlejohn.
He was able to find the weakness there, drive to the left, and McClendon was too slow on that one. And Cordell Littlejohn able to get the basket, and is now his opportunity with a 3-point play the hard way. As he's at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. Shot is up, good, and it's good. Lincolnton leads by 10 yet again. Circle taking it up court for the Mustangs, as the Mustangs are going to have to try to get something going offensively. Pass to John Bean, who's at the top, almost at midcourt. Now pass inside to McClendon. He's trying to get past Jamal Littlejohn, tries to zip it to Alden Horn. No, it was behind Alden Horn, and another turnover off a pass by McClendon.
No one was there except the ref.
So now East Lincoln going to have to bow up on defense here, down 10. Can't let it get much further as we're getting into the later stages of the third quarter. Cordell Littlejohn adjusting his shoes as he's across half court trying to find someone to pass it to. But the East Lincoln defense playing a zone is doing a pretty good job of it right now. Littlejohn in that corner almost at midcourt, now getting instructions by Coach Cowie. A dribble, he's tagging the lane, pass it inside the baseline to Jamal Littlejohn, shot up, and it rolls in, it's good. And now Lincolnton up by 12. Colson Leach takes up court, trying to get past Skylar Evans. He does, it drives it to the lane. A weird looking shot, but he does get fouled. Jamar, and he'll take a Eddie's Auto Parts trip to the free throw line. Foul is on Jamal Littlejohn. That's Jamal's third foul. So that's the first time we've mentioned Lincolnton having a guy in foul trouble so far. Colson Leach at the free throw line for the Mustangs. Lincolnton student section trying to distract him, but it doesn't work there as he makes the shot. And now checking in for Jamal Littlejohn looks to be Tyshawn Harris. So you might be seeing Michael DiMattia come in for the first time tonight. The shot is good. Shot no good, he'll have to wait. Robbie Cowie with the rebound, he'll pass it to Chris Robinson. Gets across half court. Lincolnton up by 11. Pass it inside to Tyshawn Harris. The pass is tipped by Alden Horn, and now Michael DiMattia will be coming in for the first time tonight for the Mustangs. He'll be checking in for Ben Zirkle. Actually, I think Skylar Evans checked in for Jamal Littlejohn on that last possession. Cowie going to be inbounding the pass, so pass it to Tyshawn Harris, who passes it even further back to Chris Robinson so he can set up the offense. Chris Robinson, only a sophomore, but is extremely talented. Now Cordell has the ball, gets some separation, fakes to a screen by Skylar Evans. Now passes it to Chris Robinson, who goes to the baseline. Shot no good, but he's fouled. Lincolnton
driving to the basket.
I mean, they're getting a lot of opportunities. They're finding holes to attack the baseline or drive it down to East Lincoln's throat, and it's working so far in the second half. Chris Robinson now and an Eddie's Auto Parts trip to the free throw line. First shot up and in. Gets the lead up to a dozen. He can get it to a baker's dozen if he makes this free throw. Robinson wiping his hands now. Going to shoot the free throw. It's up and it's good, and Lincolnton leads by a baker's dozen. Colson Leach takes the ball up court. He's trying to get a screen from John Bean. Now getting on to the right side, trying to set up the offense. John Bean confused here. And he's trying to tell John Bean where to go. Pass to Kabian McClendon. McClendon trying to attack it, but he'll pass it to John Bean on the left side. Now pass to Colson Leach, getting the screen from McClendon. Inside to Kabian McClendon, and a tough shot, but it goes in. As Cowie was trying to get a charge here, but didn't work. McClendon now in double figures. East Lincoln trails 37-26. 2:26 remaining in the third quarter. And now pass to Cordell Littlejohn. Gives it to Chris Robinson. Now the baseline. Almost shot by Tashawn Harris. Now Chris Robinson driving in. A charge set and a charge to be called on Chris Robinson as Michael DeMattia was standing there like a tree waiting for the charge to happen.
That's his third foul.
That's the third foul on Chris Robinson. So now Robinson in foul trouble. Colson Leach takes it up court, going against the 2-3 zone of Lincolnton. To McClendon on the right wing. He'll give it to John Bean, who's on the left wing. They'll pass it back to Alden Horn, and now quarter three attempt, no, by DeMattia. Kicks it inside to McClendon, shot short, no good. Rebound by Cordell Littlejohn. Cordell Littlejohn across half court, going to attack the lane, and a foul is called. The shot is good, but it won't count, and it's on the floor. What? It's going to be on John Bean. As now checking into the game for the Wolves is number 24. That is Malcolm Durr. And now the next foul will put Lincolnton in the bonus. Cowie trying to find someone to pass it to, and it's Alden Horn across half court, and he'll get an easy layup to get it within 10. Cowie was running out of time and just tried a half court heave, but it did not work. Nice shot by Alden Horn. Cordell Littlejohn now takes the ball up at half court. Going against the 2-3 defense of East Lincoln. Scott Evans comes inside, trying to find somewhere to go or someone to pass it to. Does not work. Cowie trying to push his way past John Bean. He now has some open space. So it looks like Lincolnton's going to try to burn a lot of clock off here. And now a nice move by Littlejohn. It gives a quarter three to Cowie. It's up. It's good! Cowie has been in fuego from behind the arc tonight. Now, quick timeout call, but it was an official timeout. Colson Leach will take it across half court. Down 12 yet again. Alden Horn now takes it. He'll pass it over to DeMattia on the right wing, back to Horn. And now Horn driving into the lane. And pass it to McClendon. Gets it in there, rolls in there. And it's a 10-point lead for the Wolves with less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Cordell Littlejohn trying to burn off some clock here, but he's being guarded pretty heavily by Colson Leach. Colson Leach not going to give him any room. Now pass to Cowie, and now right on all his space is Alden Horn. Now he gives him some space, as Lincolnton's probably trying to look for the last shot unless it's perfect. Colson Leach, and now pass to Cordell Littlejohn. Colson Leach is all over him. Littlejohn trying to create some separation now. 23 seconds remaining in the quarter. No pick has been set. Now Cordell gets past Colson Leach, will back up because he saw the clock was at 15 seconds. So he'll get past Colson Leach again, and a foul's going to be called against Colson Leach, and that'll send Lincolnton to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. So Cordell going to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line, and Ken, this is big here considering Lincolnton's already in the bonus before the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, yes it is. Let's see if he can take advantage. It's 1-and-1. He has front end.
His first shot is up and good. I don't think Lincolnton's missed a free throw so far, as we're having some more substitutes come in.
They're 6 out of 6 this hype at the foul line.
Parker Gaines, the stud offensive lineman, checking in for the Wolves. So he was all conference for Lincolnton. Second shot is up and good. Lincolnton leads by 12 yet again. Now 12 seconds remaining. Alden Horn taking it up court for the Mustangs. Going to have to try to get it within 10 here. Horn passes it to Leach. Leach being guarded by Harris. Leach going to take it in, floats it up, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. Parker Gaines with the rebound. And that'll end the third quarter as Lincolnton leads 42-30 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. Be back right after this.
It's the Subway Sub of the Day. Each day of the week, you get a different 6-inch sub, just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken sub. Wednesday, the turkey breast sub. Thursday, the Italian BMT sub. Friday, the tuna sub. Saturday, the Black Forest ham sub. And Sunday, the meatball marinara sub. Your choice, just $3.50. The sub of the day from Subway in Boulder City and the Walmart in Lincolnton.
Just say fill her up. Be ready for Old Man Winter with a fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton. No matter where you live, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton can deliver. Just call 704-735-2508. Be ready for Old Man Winter with your winter fill up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincolnton. Again, call 704-735-2508. Just say fill her up from Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincolnton.
And back here at Lincolnton High School after 3 quarters of play, Lincolnton leading 42-30. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty, and Ken, unless East Lincoln gets off to a hot start, it could be trouble for them.
Yes, Sidney Dollar had to set out a good part of that after getting his 4th foul. Little John has driven to the basket. Lincoln seems a more aggressive team taking it to the basket, and they went 7 for 7 at the foul line in that 3rd quarter.
And of course, Robbie Cowie off to a good start as well. As the crowd for Lincolnton was chanting, they want Sidney Dollar. So now Robbie Cowie getting the ends bounce pass. He'll give it to Tyshawn Harris, who gives it to Chris Robinson. So of course, as we stated earlier tonight, both Chaz and Sates are at tonight's game. Cowie has the ball, gets a screen from Harris and gives it to Littlejohn, who gives it to Chris Robinson, who fakes a 3, gets it inside to Cowie.
All right.
He dupes Sidney Dollar. Sidney Dollar had no idea where Cowie was at.
Nice assist.
Up and in. McClinton now has a shot, or thinks about taking a shot. He gives it to Sidney Dollar. Sidney Dollar, of course, playing with 4 fouls, gets a 3-2 circle, and we got ourselves a wedgie. Leach with the wedgie, and it's going to be still East Lincoln possession. Actually, it's going to be, yes, it's going to be East Lincoln possession. Now, Coach Ashley trying to get his offense to get going. They were not set correctly. Now an inbound pass to McClendon, who tries to get a floater. Shot is no good. Rebound by Jamal Littlejohn. Cordell Littlejohn takes the ball up. 7:21 remaining. You're up by 14. Chris Robinson has the ball, gets a pick for Tyshawn Harris, takes a 3 from close to Leach in front of him. It's up and in! The sophomore with a tough shot, somehow able to get it in, nothing but net. Beautiful shot. It's trouble. It's going to be trouble here for East Lincoln if they can't score. Ball is stolen by Cordell Littlejohn. He gives it up to Chris Robinson, but a little too much on the pass. And a big sigh of relief there for East Lincoln, as that could have been the ball game if Chris Robinson was able to connect.
17-point lead here. It's getting away from East Lincoln.
Yeah, it is getting away from East Lincoln. Haven't been able to connect from behind the arc tonight. Sidney Dollar passes it to Colson Leach, who takes a corner 3 with some space. Up, no good. Rebound, Chris Robinson, who gives it up to Cordell Littlejohn. And a foul on Colson Leach. And that'll send Cordell Littlejohn to the free throw line. And the East Lincoln student section not happy about that call. And now Cordell Littlejohn at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. First shot is up, no good. The first miss tonight by Lincolnton at the free throw line. Quick pass to Ben Zirkle as he's trying to attack the lane, gives it up to KB McClendon, who's going to attack it. He gets an awfully contorted shot, but almost a dunk by Sidney Dollar, but somehow Colson Leach was able to get the rebound and put it up. And now East Lincoln trails by 15. Coach Hancock trying to tell East Lincoln to play at least at half court. Cordell Littlejohn passes Chris Robinson almost out of bounds. Pass is almost stolen by Kevin McClendon. Jamal Littlejohn that gets it past Sidney Dollar, and he gets it in. That's because Sidney Dollar was trying not to get his 5th foul. Jamal Littlejohn took advantage of it. Colson Leach has the ball, gives it up to Ben Zirkle, who attacks it on the left baseline, gives it to John Beatty, passes it inside to Sidney, passes to Zirkle, and now passes kickball, but not called, and Lincolnton takes the ball back. Cordell gets it across half court, going to attack the lane, kicks it out to Chris Robinson, who's now going to think about taking a jumper and gives it back to Littlejohn. He'll take the 3-point shot, and no good, and it's going to be ruled out of bounds over the backboard. And if Cordell would have gotten that three-pointer to go, it would have been a 20-point ball game. Circled, thinking about trying to get it into McClendon. Now he's going to attack the lane, pass out to Sidney Dollar. Sidney's going to try to get an off-contorted shot, and it gets in, and the foul is called. So he'll take a trip to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. 5:34 remaining in the ball game.
That's the first bucket by Dollar tonight.
Yeah, Dollar's been awfully quiet since getting into foul trouble. And he gets the basket, and now they trail by 14. No rest for the way for the Mustangs. They got to get back on defense and can't allow really anything to get going for the Wolves. Robinson gets across half court. If them up by 14, they're probably going to try to burn as much clock as they can before getting this basket. Jamal Littlejohn has the ball, gives it to Tyshawn Harris. Out some space, but doesn't want to shoot it. He'll pass it to Cordell Littlejohn, who attacks the lane, gets a shot up. No good, rebounded by Sidney Dollar. Sidney Dollar now passes to Ben Zirkle, and he's going to try to attack it. Cowley tries to stop him. The shot goes up. It bounces off the rim. No good. Rebound by Jamal Littlejohn. Jamal Littlejohn now taking it up court. Pass it to Chris Robinson. Robinson thinks about it, but doesn't shoot it. And now we'll back it out up. Trying to burn as much clock as possible. Under 5 minutes remaining in the game as they lead by 14. Littlejohn showing some moves. He gets it inside a little bit to Tyshawn Harris, who backs it up to the three-point line. Tough defense by John Bean as Robinson finally gets past him thanks to a screen. And now he takes it up, and the layup is good. He had Cowley open, but he still made the shot to go in anyway. John Bean now has the ball, gives it in to McClendon. McClendon puts up a little shot. It's good. Jamal Littlejohn tried to set up for a charge. It didn't work. East Lincoln finally getting the offense going a little bit, but they're trading baskets. And they can't do that down 14. Cordell Littlejohn almost had it stolen as Zirkle was trying to reach in there. Jamal Littlejohn gets the ball, being guarded heavily by McClendon. Stops, gives it up to Cordell, who's right ahead of him. Shot is no good. Rebound by Colson Leach. Leach taking it up court, trying to find somewhere to go. Attacks the lane, and gets a shot up, and it's in. And East Lincoln takes a quick timeout. And we'll take a quick timeout with him and be right back.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County for 75 years. At First Federal Savings Bank, where they want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, products, and services of larger banks with hometown people that you see throughout your community. They live here, they work here, and this community matters to the people at First Federal Savings Bank. First Federal Savings Bank has 4 convenient locations in downtown Lincoln, Boger City, Denver, and West Lincoln. Stop in and visit and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
We make a joyful noise cheering our favorite football teams on Friday nights and our favorite college teams on Saturday. The Family of Faith at Ryan Heights United Methodist Church would like to invite you to come make a joyful noise for the Lord on Sundays. Sunday school is at 10 and worship is at 11. Ryan Heights United Methodist Church is in Lincolnton on Madison Street, just up Betty Ross Park. Come make a joyful noise with us.
Back here at Lincolnton High School, as the Wolves leading by a dozen with 3:55 remaining. And now a quick foul call before the inbounds passers. I believe that was a foul. Yes, it is. It's going to be on Colson Leach. So no time gets off the clock, but Lincolnton gets a shot at potential 2 free points coming up. And Ken, this is where it's really coming down to.
Yeah, free throw shooting.
Of course, we mentioned in the pregame show, which is presented by Carolina Trust Bank, how East was in this scenario in the conference championship up by 12 with 1 minute left, and they were unable to secure the deals. Lincolnton forced it into overtime as the first shot is good by Chris Robinson at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line, and it bit him in the, it hurt him in the long run, and they eventually lost to Lincolnton in that game.
Yes. They got a good foul shooter to the line here. He converts both of them.
Yeah, Chris Robinson makes both. Only 1 miss tonight at the charity stripe for Lincolnton. As John Bean has the ball being guarded by Cowley, passes it to Colson Leach at the top of the key. Leach gets a screen, trying to find someone open, but decides to take the jumper. Shot bounces off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Cowley. Jamal Littlejohn has the ball. Ball is stolen by Alden. It's Ben Zirkle. Stolen back by Cordell Littlejohn. Robbie Cowley has the ball back. He gets across half court. And they're trying to burn off the clock here. John Bean with some tough defense. Coach Cowie not too pleased with Jamal Littlejohn as he's giving them the business right now. Quick timeout and we'll be right back.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now is the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, where Lincolnton just called a timeout. Cowie none too pleased as the ball is almost stolen. Lincolnton leading 53-39. And what were you just saying, Ken?
I was going to say he was really upset about how careless they were with the ball.
Chris Robinson gets the ball, but he's being guarded heavily by Colson Leach. Gets across half court. And a foul on Colson Leach.
I think it's 4.
Avoid him. As East Lincoln none too pleased about that foul call. And that's Colson Leach's 4th foul. But at this point, you got to stick with Colson Leach at this point in the game.
Yep. Now they have 2 players playing on the court with 4 fouls.
And they're both on the court for the Mustangs, and they're both key players. Chris Robinson makes the first shot in his Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line as Colson Leach coming over to get instructions from Coach Hancock. The second shot up and bounces out, no good. Lincolnton leads 54-39 as Sidney Dollar gets the rebound. Quick pass to Colson Leach, who tries to find some lane. He gets a shot up in, no good. Pass tip. Colson Leach gets his own rebound. He gets the layup in. It's good. The basket will count. And he'll take a trip to the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. Foul is on Tyshawn Harris. That's his 4th foul. So he's in foul trouble, but he's not one of the leading scorers for tonight's ball game.
So we got 3 players on the court now with 4.
Don't forget about Jamal Littlejohn. He's in trouble too. Shot in and out, no good. East has got to convert on those free throws no matter the opportunity. Lincolnton gets the rebound, and Chris Robinson dribbling it almost at midcourt with 3 minutes left, and they're up by 13. And he gets past Colson Leach, he'll give it up to Cordell Littlejohn, who's now being double teamed. Now, just being a double team, Cowie has the ball. East Lincoln trying to foul a double team or create a steal. Gives it Jamal Littlejohn. Jamal Littlejohn has the ball. He traveled. It's going to be a turnover.
Travel. It looked like a lot of contact on that play.
Yeah, officials letting them play on that possession. It's a close call as Sidney Dollar was in the vicinity of that. He could not call for his 5th foul.
Mustangs double teaming every pass now, trying to make a steal and catch up in this ball game down 13.
Well, they're going to have Alden Horn check in for Sidney Dollar. Maybe give him a quick breather, but of course Sidney with 4 fouls. He's got to be careful if he gets back in. They're trying to mop up the floor where Jamal Littlejohn fell down at. 2:43 remaining. East Lincoln down by 13. It's going to take a lot for them to get back in this game with them having to play the foul game. Zirkle takes the ball up at midcourt. Being guarded heavily by Cordell Littlejohn. Pass it to John Bean. Back to Zirkle. Zirkle being double teamed. The Powell passed up. Lobbed up to Horn. Now back over to Leach on the right wing. When Leach takes up the layup, almost stepped off in charge, and another quick timeout by Coach Hancock. And it's going to be a full, so we'll take a quick timeout and be right back with them.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work.
The Dodge Big Finish 2017 is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Lincolnton. Get up to $4,000 total cash allowance on the new 2017 Dodge Journey and 0% financing for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on the new 2017 Dodge Charger, and no monthly payments for 90 days. See Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge for all the details in the Dodge Big Finish 2017 at Abernathy Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 1442 East Main Street, Lincolnton.
And back here at Lincolnton, timeout just came out, and Lincolnton up by 11. East Lincoln has gotten some shots to go in, but they need to get as many stops as possible or have Lincolnton miss as many free throw shots as possible.
Yeah, they'll be pressing all over the court, double teaming the ball.
Potential guy that East might be trying to foul is Jamal Littlejohn, but a pass goes to Tyshawn Harris. Over to Cowie, haven't gotten across midcourt. He's going to have to get past Colson Leach. And he does get across half court. Chris Robinson being double teamed. Bounce pass to Robbie Cowie, now over to Cordell Littlejohn on the left wing. Now being double teamed and open, Tyshawn Harris. Harris trying to find some lane, gives it over to Cowie at the top of the key. And now finds a cutting. Tyshawn Harris, the shot is blocked by Kavian McClendon. And it's last touch by Jamal Littlejohn. What a great defensive stop by Kavian McClendon.
Great block.
That could be a momentum changing play. Under 2 minutes, 1:59 remaining. East Lincoln's going to let the ball roll a little bit. Now quick pass is Indy Dollar. Colson Leach going to try to go and takes a jumper. Shot is good. And the foul on Jamal Littlejohn. Jamal Littlejohn cannot believe the call. And East Lincoln's now within 10 for the first time since the third quarter. That's Jamal's fourth foul, so he's in foul trouble now. 4 players, 2 on each team, are in foul troubles with 4 fouls. Colson Leach at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line as Alden Horn's about to check back in the game. Shot is up, no good, and gonna have a foul on East Lincoln. Depends on who the foul is. It's gonna be on Colson Leach, and that's his 5th foul.
That's 5.
It's Colson Leach's 5th foul. So just like that, East Lincoln's main scorer is fouled out of the game when they need him most. That'll check in Alden Horn. A tough break there for the Mustangs.
Leach has been pretty much most of their offense this whole second half.
Colson Leach has basically been the East Lincoln offense this second half. Tyshawn Harris at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. And the first shot is up and in. As that gets the lead back up to 10. Got to remember, East Lincoln still has Sidney Dollar with 4 fouls. He's got to be careful too. Second shot up short, rebound by Sidney Dollar. Sidney Dollar taking it up court, get a bounce pass over to Alden Horn. Horn passes it back to Sidney Dollar. He'll take a 3-point shot. It's up, no good off the rim. It's rebounded by Chris Robinson, gives it to Tyshawn Harris. Tyshawn Harris ducks it in! And the ball's almost stolen by Cordell Littlejohn as he almost ran over an official. The student section has come unglued with that funk by Tyshawn Harris. Well pass to Sidney Dollar, almost stolen. Now to Alden Horn, he'll take a 3-point shot. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by McClendon. McClendon gets the ball stolen by Tyshawn Harris. Tyshawn Harris taking it up court as he's going to get fouled going up for the shot. And that's going to be on Ben Zirkle as Tyshawn Harris is going to be shooting 2 from the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. First shot up and good. Tyshawn Harris possibly with the final nail in the coffin with that 2-hand dunk was finally able to get the hops to get up there. See if he can get the shot in, and he does. It's now a 14-point deficit. Quick pass to Ben Zirkle, who gets it over to the corner for John Bean. He'll take it up, a 3-point shot, airballs it as the student section lets him know, and it's going to be East Lincoln ball.
Lincoln got this lead up to 14 now with 1 minute and 15 left. Doesn't look like East Lincoln going to be able to come back.
It's going to take a miracle for East Lincoln to win this one. Sidney Dollar, quick pass to Alden Horn. They're wasting time here. Now into McClendon, now over to Zirkle. He'll take the 3-point shot on the left wing. It's up and in, it's good. Now going to have to play the foul game. And now bounce pass over to Cordell Littlejohn. Cordell Littlejohn gets across half court. And now zip pass to Robbie Cowie, and he'll get fouled. 57.2 seconds remaining in the ball game as Lincolnton's up by 11. The foul on Zirkle.
But one of the things that's been key in this half is Lincoln's rebounding. They've controlled the boards. East Lincoln only got 1 shot about every possession. I call 1 possession whether they got 2 shots, but they've cleaned the boards.
Robbie Cowie makes the first free throw shot at the Eddie's Auto Parts free throw line. Second shot is up, and it's in. Cowie has been money tonight. Zirkle takes the ball quickly, pass it out to John Bean, who tries to attack the baseline. He gets a shot up, no good, and it's going to be Lincolnton's ball as it goes out of bounds. So unless something dramatic happens in this last minute, Lincolnton will improve to 5-1, 2-0 in conference play, and East will fall to 4-2 and 1-1 in conference play. Cowie trying to get it across half court. Look out. And ball struggled. And the ball was last touched by Sidney Dollar. East Lincoln not happy about that one.
Yeah, some of the fans disputing that one.
Looked like from our vantage point it was last touched by Chris Robinson, but the officials said otherwise. Rebound by Chris Robinson. He gets it out to Robbie Cowie, who gets it across midcourt. That's the key. Now he's going to get fouled. As the student section now telling all the students of East Lincoln a goodbye, as Lincolnton knows they got this one in hands, on wrap.
They do. 33 seconds left. Cowie shooting 2 from the line.
And Cowie at the free throw line misses the first one. He's had about 10 attempts and he's made 8 of them, so he's about 80% from the free throw line tonight. Second shot is up and in. 62-48 with 33 seconds remaining. Lincolnton's leading and is going to probably win this one. As Zirkle takes a 3 with 2 guys on him. It's no good. Tyshawn Harris takes the ball and is across half court.
Link is going to hold it.
As this one's definitely going to sting as Cordell Littlejohn telling the student section to cheer overrated louder. As this one is going to sting for East Lincoln. We're going to have to wait about a month for the rematch. As Sidney Dollar was trying to steal the ball. And Robbie Cowie yelling over. East Lincoln fans are happy about Lincolnton. Robbie Cowie is yelling over at the East Lincoln bench. East Lincoln probably won't forget about this one. And when they go back over to Denver, this could be a great matchup yet again. But for tonight, Lincolnton able to win this one by dominating the second half as they win this one 62-48. And we'll be back for the postgame show.
Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby announces their year-end sales event. Get holiday savings across Ford's entire line of 2017 models. Get 0% APR Ford credit financing for 72 months plus $1,000 Ford credit cash. That's right, 0% financing plus $1,000 cash. All for good on the Focus, C-Max, Fusion, Mustang, Taurus, Edge, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, F-150 trucks, and even the Transit and Transit Connect vans. See dealer for details. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. Having trouble finding a car or truck at a price you can afford? Your troubles are over when you stop in at Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. At Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton, they make buying a pre-owned vehicle easy. No credit, no money to put down. Milholland Automotive has the banks to get you approved. Come see the selection today at Milholland Automotive, 423 West Main Street in Lincolnton. Visit the website at milhollandautomotive.com for a complete list of inventory, or give them a call at 704-736-1000. That's Milholland Automotive in Lincolnton. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event is underway at Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Come in now and ask about 0% financing for 84 months on select Kubota tractors with a big 6-year warranty. Come on in for all the details and don't miss it. The Orange Opportunity Sales Event underway now at Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive off the Oak Grove Road and Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vale. Check out these breakfast specials. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sausage, steak, or liver mush biscuit for $1.39. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, get the big breakfast. 2 eggs, 1 meat, 1 side, biscuit or toast for $4.59. And drink is included. It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 274-27 West intersection in Vale. Call 704-276-1055.
For over 100 years, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home in Falston has been providing services to families of our community with care and compassion. And now the Stamey Funeral Home has added the Cremation Center along with a new name, the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Highway 182 in Falston, and the Stamey Funeral Home in Cherryville, located on Dixie Street in Cherryville, serving you with care and compassion in your time of need. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincolnton, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincolnton. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com. The 2017 Chevy Closeout Sale is underway at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lincolnton. Save over $7,100 below MSRP on the 2017 Chevy Tahoe. Save over $3,600 below MSRP on the 2017 Chevy Camaro. 17% off below MSRP on many Buicks in stock. Or how about a big GMC truck? Save a whopping $9,500 below MSRP on the new 2017 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab SLT truck. Come in for all the details at Abernathy Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1445 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
And back here at Lincolnton High School, the final on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard is Lincolnton 62, East Lincoln 48. As you're now listening to the Stadium Postgame Show presented by Weston Sales and Vale. And Ken, it was a 4-point lead for Lincolnton at halftime, but man, they just jumped out and took advantage, just took East Lincoln off guard in that third quarter.
Yeah, they were very efficient in that third quarter. They shot a good percentage, rebounded well, and with some foul trouble going on for East Lincoln, they got out to a 17-point lead, and that's just too big a hill for East Lincoln to come back.
Yeah, and so Lincolnton improves to 5-1 on the year, and East Lincoln falls to 4-2. Lincolnton 2-0 in conference play, East Lincoln 1-1. Of course, these two teams will face off yet again, and after that, the way the game ended, Robbie Cowley yelling over, screaming, "Yeah, woo!" after the game. I think that might get under East Lincoln's skin a little bit and want them out for revenge if they now lost 5 straight to the Wolves.
Yeah, as the game ended, Lincoln was just holding the ball, wasn't going to try to advance it, and I think as East Lincoln player walked by, he took a swipe at the ball Cowley was holding, and then Cowley didn't say anything, but he did do some yelling, just, celebrating a little bit after the game. So they'll play later on, and it'll be another big crowd, and I'm sure a hotly contested game.
It just shows you how big of this rivalry is.
Yes.
It's getting a little bit more and more chippy. And, one
the
team.
fans are really in it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, the fans, the student section, that's the most liveliest I've seen the student section for Lincolnton in the past 5 years. They're usually quiet in most of these games I was at last year. So this shows you how much they get up for this game. Now, without any further ado, let's get to our post-game awards. First, our Subway sub of the game didn't have that many subs, but Skylar Evans stood out to you.
Yeah, he came in and he didn't make many mistakes. He played well, hit the boards, and he was a good sub to come in and for when they had to take Little John out for a rest, and when they took Robson out for a little bit of rest after he got his third foul.
He was basically the glue guy tonight. And now, we mentioned him a little bit just a second ago, our Campers Inn player of the game.
And that would be Robbie Cowley, who led the scoring for Lincoln with 22 tonight. I've got him hitting 5 3-pointers, and one of those 3-pointers in the first half put him over 1,000 points for his career. His dad came out, his coach. They took a quick photo and did a little celebration for that. So very, very well deserved. He's been playing on this Lincoln team since he's a freshman and played an excellent game tonight.
Yeah, I think I've been waiting for over a year to see Callie play like this because I thought he was last year, but I think maybe Sage was holding him back a little bit, and it's looking like he's breaking out of his shell tonight, and they needed him to do that.
And I was impressed at how he battled on the boards, got rebounds as well as his shooting.
Yeah, and so that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. We will have one more game before Christmas break, and it's going to be another big county matchup as East Lincoln travels to Pumpkin Center to take on North Lincoln. North Lincoln and East Lincoln split last year. It was the first time North Lincoln got a win over East Lincoln since 2011. So, with North Lincoln, they look to be pretty darn good as well, pretty similar to the way East plays. This could be a barn burner down in Pumpkin Center on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and the fans will be up for that one, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially the North Lincoln fans. We know how it was there in football. That one really got chaotic. I saw a guy walking past saying North blew a 31-7 lead. So you know North is going to get motivated for this one. And that'll do it here for tonight's game. I'm Evan Ludwig and Ken Leak. We'll see you Tuesday night as we'll be at Pumpkin Center for North Lincoln versus East Lincoln. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning from 8 to 10 a.m. for Campers Inn Sports Talk. I'll be there with Kevin and Terry and JP as we'll discuss all the happenings, including some news involving owner Jerry Richardson. So we'll get into that tomorrow. Be sure to tune in and listen. So that'll do it here for tonight, folks, at Lincolnton High School. The final on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, Lincolnton 62, East Lincoln 48. We hope you had a great time listening to us tonight, and we hope you have a good night until we see you again. Good night, everybody.
It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vale. Check out these breakfast specials. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sausage, steak, or liver mush biscuit for $1.39. And on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, get the big breakfast. 2 eggs, 1 meat, 1 side, biscuit or toast for $4.59. And drink is included. It's Breakfast Madness at Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 274-27 West intersection in Vale. Call 704-276-1055.